Stephen, Susan Gerbic here. Thank you for your question. So I could just change it and make the edit and then be done with it. But it's easier. I think it's better for me to show you and my reasoning of what I'm doing with this edit. And, it's all that teach somebody to fish, whereas instead of just handing them a bunch of fish kind of thing. So Peter Popoff, I have the article up right now and I'll talk you through it, what I'm going to do. And so I can answer your question and still make the edit. And thank you so much for the question. Okay, so here is Peter Popoff's Wikipedia article. And it says you're anti-religion activist, right? So what that is really starn words because that is not what James Randi was known for as being anti-religion. He was an atheist, but he was definitely not anti-religion. But we need to look at this oh, I can see the problem right now. We need to look at the source. This is from this guy was a what is his name? Mark Oppenheimer is a religion writer for well, here he's writing in GQ, but he wrote for a lot of stuff. So he was really into anti atheists. So he was really a big deal. So we have to kind of go with what the citation says. So let's see what it says. And I'm not going to read the whole damn thing, but uh yeah. So we're looking for activist for the word activist in here. So you see I'm doing a control find to see if the word activist is in here because that's what we're talking about is anti-religion activist. So let's try anti-religion and see if that comes up in the article. It doesn't come up in the article. So here is the article that is being used as a citation. And at no time does he call him an anti-religion activist or an activist or uses the words anti-religion. So he might be pushing down on Randi, but this citation from Oppenheimer does not back this up. It might, like I said, it might say that he was an atheist. Let's see if it says that. No, doesn't even say mention the word atheist. Anti, the word anti doesn't even appear in here except in the word I fed my curiosity in the meantime with the broad outline. So this has gotten put in here somehow and it shouldn't be in here. Okay, so that can easily be removed. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the talk page. And this is an old article, Peter Popoff, and it's been around for a very long time. And I'm looking to see if anybody's made an argument about why is it in there? Why should, why is it anti-activism? Let's put activism in here. Let's see what, again, let's find, looking for the word activist in the conversation. The talk page is where Wikipedia editors have conversations with each other. So the word activist doesn't appear in here. Let's see. Anti, well, let's just try anti. Word anti doesn't appear in here. So nobody's really been discussing this. And looks like somebody just probably put it in here to be mean spirited towards Randi. It's got lots of conversations. This is always fascinating. So this might be a little confusing to read, Stephen, because these are editors talking to other editors. So they're using verbiage that is not meant for an average editor. I mean, or an average person reading it. But this is a really fascinating place to see. Go back to the article, look at the view history, and let's see if we can see if this was just added in the last couple of days or if this has been here a long time. It would take me a long time to go through all of these because it's every edit that's ever been made is here on the talk screen, but there's hundreds, if not 1,000 different edits in here. So like I could go to the oldest, and this is what the article looked like back, created in 2003. This is what it looked like when 2003. We could go to newest, and then let's say let's go down to September 2023. And nope, nothing in there. So this change has been made within the last 50 edits. Let's see. Let's pick a random one. March 12th, 2025. Let's try again with the no, the word activist is not in here. Let's see if we can pinpoint it because we can narrow it down a little bit more. Here's one from July 2025. Here it is. It's in here. He exposed it by magician anti-activist. Okay, so we're at this edit right here. Let's go back a little further so we can find out who put it in. There, it's there. How about here? Yep, it's still there. There might be a simpler way of doing this, but if there is, I don't know what it is. Nope, not here. So it's on this edit. So to figure this out, we'll go back. So what did I say? July 3rd, 2025. Reverted an edit to last version. Okay, so if I mouse over it, it says somebody was correcting. It says magic illusion magician anti-activist. So it looks like this person right here, which is an IP, which is a somebody who doesn't have an account, is the one who probably put this in, I think. And they've only made one edit ever, and it was 10 characters long. ANTI hyphen. Yeah, that might be it because he probably removed some things. Let's see. Oh, ooh, that is something we don't want there. Nope, they put something else. So somewhere in here. Maybe I got my dates wrong. It's like this person did it. It gets confusing. All right, so let's see what this person did. Yeah. Okay, so this person, this IP address that we don't even know who this person is the one who added this back in July 7th, 2025. And I mean, we can even look and see where the person's from. It's not going to make a big difference, but you can click on these down here and you can see it'll tell you where the IP address. This is a person who's only made 2 edits ever. They're both on the Peter Popoff page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to revert this, and I have to give a reason why I'm doing that. So I'm going to go over here to edit. This is going to be confusing looking, sorry. And I'm going to take out and anti. So it's going to say by magician James Randi for a concealed earpiece. And then I'm going to hit preview so I can make sure I didn't take out something I shouldn't have. He was exposed by using a concealed earpiece to receive messages from his wife. And so it looks fine. So I'm going to come down here and I have to leave a reason for why I'm making this edit. In other words, I check to make sure. And I'm going to say anti-religion is not used, is not mentioned in the, all these things. Spelling and I are not my friends. I'll get it. I'll get it. Oppenheimer. GQ. GQ article. That is that is cited. It was added by an IP with no edit history. And I'm not going to say the reason, what my opinion is that somebody was trying to make Randy look bad. So I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to leave my opinion out of it because it's not my opinion. Nobody cares what Susan Gerbich's opinion is and why the person did it, but this is what it is. So it's been reverted. Now, because I have an account, I'm editing under the names S. Gerbich. You can see there it is, edit history. It shows I removed and anti-religion activists from the article. And here's my reason. It's 27 characters I removed. It tells you the date I did it, the time of the day, 2203. And that's how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to hit this little star. And what that does is it puts the Peter Popoff Wikipedia article on my watch list. So whenever I sign on to Wikipedia, which I do multiple times a day, I can look at my watch list. I'm not going to show it to you right now because I don't want to have that recorded. But I can, anytime this Peter Popoff article is changed, then I will see it on my watch list and I'll know to come back and fix it. But it's not on my watch list. There's probably, 50 editors that have it on their watch list. They just didn't notice this happening. Somebody snuck this in and it's a small change and just somebody wasn't noticing. If there's a discussion about it, I've done my due diligence. I've looked at the citation. I've looked at the talk page, and it's obvious the person who added it was somebody who was just doing it with not like an experienced editor or somebody. And then what would happen is if somebody tried to change it back, if we change it 3 times, it's like an edit war, and other editors will have to come and kind of handle the dispute. What I and the other editor would probably have to do is make a conversation here on the talk page, add topic, and we would say, I'm removing the anti-religion from this article that was added, and here's my reasons why. I would have to explain it. And then the other editor who wants that to be said in there would say, well, Oppenheimer was inferring that he's anti-religion. And then I would make my case and we would have a little discussion, and some independent Wikipedia editor would come in and they would read both of our arguments, look at the citation, and then make a decision. And it probably wouldn't go very well for one person because they don't like people who do revert that are off it, like like a war, like somebody puts a revert in, the other person changes it, and the other person changes it. So I probably over-explained that. But anyway, maybe I'll make this into one of my videos for the 10 people who will watch it on my channel. But it's a good thing to explain. So everything has to be backed up with a citation. Once in a while, you have somebody who's vandalizing that's going to try to sneak something in because of their agenda, or maybe because they misread it and maybe Oppenheimer, who is, like I said, extremely anti-atheist. I've seen some of his other articles he's written. And he's a religion writer, and he's not into atheism. So I could see him sneaking that in about Randy somewhere. Let me see. Did I answer your full question? It is confusing. Wikipedia is very confusing. I don't know how anybody edits Wikipedia unless they're have some sort of mentoring or some sort of discussion, because that's all confusing. I mean, people can go in and make that change, editing and removing that little bit that should be removed. I get it. I mean, that's just not hard to do. But understanding why and when and the reasoning and all that, there's nowhere on Wikipedia that answers these questions. Trust me. Let's see. Okay, to see exactly when it changed, but I do say it used to say exposed in 1986. So you did figure that part out. That's good. It used to say that. So it's a recent thing. And I double checked Randy's Wikipedia page and it says nothing about being an anti religion activist. Good, very good. I could try to make the change. I've never done it before, so I thought I would ask. Okay, yeah, Steve, I'm sorry. I just went ahead and made the change. But if you want to keep an eye on it or if you want to learn more, I'm happy to answer questions. But thank you for your question. That was really good. Thanks. Where's the exit on this darn computer? I'm not feeling 100% these days, so